Okay, friends. So now we will start with the next scheduling algorithm. That is your SJF. That is shortest job first scheduling algorithm. Okay. So in this scheduling algorithm, the scheduling algorithm is a method in which the process with the shortest burst time is selected for the execution for the next. Right. So you can see at the burst time who is having the shortest burst time, that is process number 3, so that will be picked first over there. Okay, so that is how it will be running, right? So in this shortest job first scheduling algorithm can reduce the average waiting time compared to your first come first serve scheduling algorithm. Okay, so that we will see it later when we will complete this problem, so we can compare it over there, right? So this shortest job first scheduling algorithm can be both preemptive and non-preemptive. We have seen what is preemptive algorithm and what is non-preemptive algorithm. Okay. In non-preemptive shortest job first, once a process starts executing, it will run to complete before the CPU moves to the next process. Like example here, see, the first process is arriving at first millisecond, right? So the burst time of it is how much? 7, right? So seeing at this giant chart, process P1 definitely starts at the first millisecond, right? But is it completing it over there? Yes, of course. Okay, it completes it over there, right? So now in non-preemptive means what? Even though the remaining, see, you can see here, the process P2 is arriving at third, what you can say, third millisecond, right? So after 1, 2, and 3, this 7 burst time can be reduced with what? Minus 2, that is 5 milliseconds, right? If I compare the burst time of remaining burst time of process 1 and process 2, definitely the burst time of process 2 is less than your process 1. But still, process 1 continues its execution. Okay. So because we are running under non-preemptive. If at all, if it was a preemptive, then definitely we used to what? Keep the process 1 on hold and take immediately process number 2. Okay, so that is the slight difference what you find between the preemptive and non-preemptive. But today we are discussing here with non-preemptive. Okay, so in this non-preemptive, once the process has been started the execution, it will definitely continue its execution till the execution of that process is completed entirely. Right. So here in this giant chart, you can see here process 1 has started its execution. So 7 burst time, that means when it has started at 1 and it will complete it at 8th second, right? Now, at the 8th second, all remaining, that is process 2, process 3 and process 4 are arrived, but process 5 has not yet arrived. So now you need to check this process 2, process 3 and process 4 are in the ready state to execute. So who is having the least burst time? It is definitely process number 3. So that is why after process 1, process 3 is taken by the CPU for the execution. So as it starts at the 8th second, the burst time of that is how much? 2 seconds. So 2 milliseconds. So it will be completed at the 10th millisecond over there. At the 10th millisecond, all remaining, that is process 2, process 4 and process 5, all three are in the ready state. Okay. So who is having the least burst time? 7 is completed. Process 1 is completed now. Process 3 is completed, right? So definitely process 2 is having the least. Next comes is your process number 5 and next comes is your process number 4. That is what you can see it in your giant chart over here. Okay. So now by seeing this, definitely we came to know that what is the completion time of each and every process over there. Okay. So how to calculate your completion time? As told, it is start time plus your burst time. Correct? So what is the start time of your process number 1? Okay. The process number 1, if you see there, it starts at microsecond, 1 microsecond. And how many, what is the total time taken? That is burst time is, it is 7 over there, right? So 1 plus 7, that is equal to the completion time of your process number 1 is 8, right? So when does process number 2 starts? If you see the giant chart over there, it starts at 10, right? So when it starts at, when it starts at 10 microsecond or 10 millisecond, whatever is the unit you can consider, and the burst time of that is 3. So 10 plus 3 is, it is completing at, sorry. Hold on for a second. Okay. So now we can see here, it starts at 10 plus 3, definitely it will be at 13 microseconds. Okay. So now at process number P3, if you see, process P3 starts at what? 8 microsecond, right? Okay. It starts at 8 unit plus what is the execution time of that? It is 2, right? So when it is 2 over there, hold on for a second. 8 plus 2, so definitely it will be how much? The completion time is 10, right? And process number P4, what is the starter time? If you see the giant chart over there, it is 21 plus. What is the burst time of that? The burst time of that is 10. So the completion time will be definitely 31, correct? So P5 starts, if you see the giant chart over there, P5 starts at 13, okay? P5 starts at 13th unit of time plus what is the burst time of that? It is 8, right? So 13 plus 8 is equal to 21. So these are your completion time, right? So now if you have calculated the completion time, can you calculate the turnaround time? Turnaround time is, the formula is completion time minus your arrival time, right? So completion time is how much for this? 8. 8 minus arrival time is how much? 1. 8 minus 1 is, definitely it will be 7, right? Similarly, if you calculate for this, it will be, sorry. Similarly, if you calculate for this, it will be 10. For this, it will be 4. For this, it will be 24. And for this, it will be 12. Okay, so what is the formula? The turnaround time is completion time minus your arrival time, right? So that is how you are getting the turnaround time for each and every process. Now, if I go for your waiting time, what is the formula for calculation of waiting time? Turnaround time minus burst time. So process 1, turnaround time is how much? 7. And what is the burst time? It is also 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. The waiting time for process number 1 is how much? 0. Okay. Now the turnaround time for this one is 10. Okay. Turnaround time for this is 10. And the arrival time, okay, hold on a second. So now we can see here the turnaround time for P2. The turnaround time for P2 is how much? It is 10. And what is your burst time for this P2? It is 3. So 10 minus 3 is 7 hours. Right? And what is the turnaround time for this P3? It is 4 minus burst time is 2. So it will be 2. Okay. Similarly, if I calculate what is the turnaround time for that is 24 minus the burst time is 10, so it will be 14. Correct. So waiting time for P5 is the burst turnaround time is 12 minus the burst time is 8, which is equal to 4. So if I just calculate it, it will be how much? 27 by 5, right? So 27 by 5 will be the waiting time for this problem. Okay. So that is how you will be calculating the average waiting time for SJF, the shortest job first in a non-primitive algorithm. Okay, hope so that's clear to you. So thank you. We'll see you in the next video with the next algorithm. Thank you.